Spence, let's trip out.
Hey guys, Slay T. You know what though? If you think about it, it's kind of appropriate to be sleepy talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. There's something about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather be sleepy because I stayed awake because someone was trying to kill me than just outright exhausted. So
No, hey, I stand with you. I stand with you.
The nightmare realm.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel like if I was where I'm at right now in the nightmare realm, I'd be like, just kill me, bro. I don't have the energy for this. Just fuck me up, Freddy. All right. Slay 2, Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a classic. It's one of your faves, ain't it?
It is, yeah. Watched it all the time growing up. Always on TV. Always caught it with my sister. Me and her watched it all the time.
Yeah. It's the only one for me that I haven't seen like all of them. I've only ever seen the original and the remake, I think.
That's a shame.
But I know, that's what I hear. I saw the 4-hour long documentary that was like the whole like series thing, really broke it down. So I feel like I've seen them all, but I've always, it's one I've always dug it since the first time I saw it, and I don't know, like it never caught on with me like Michael Myers did.
I thought it was better.
I get that.
Yeah, like growing up as a kid, I always thought it was better. Halloween isn't something I didn't get into till I was like a teenager or something.
Yeah.
But like Freddy and Jason, staples.
Yeah, it was different for me. My dad scarred me for life with Jason, so like that like kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, scared me with Friday the 13th and stuff. I should clarify because my father's name is Jason. He didn't scar me for life just because he is who he is. He scarred me for life because he told me Friday the 13th, the day, like had something to do with like Jason Voorhees really coming and like killing kids and shit like that. So I was a little freaked. So left a bad taste in my mouth with that guy. But then like when it came to Halloween, like it'd always be on TV and shit on Halloween night, just the marathon. And so you just hear that theme song everywhere you go as you're trick-or-treating, like coming from people's like houses, and it'd be on like when you get home. And it was Rob Zombie's Halloween was the first movie that got me into horror movies. And so Michael Myers has a special place in my heart. Whereas Nightmare on Elm Street was a little later for me. It was when I was a teenager. It was the first time I caught Elm Street. And I was like, this is good, and I really fucked with it. And like, I definitely, Freddy's my number 2 for sure. Because Voorhees is nothing to me. He's fun. He's good fun. He loves to smash a window and kill a camper. But like, I don't know. And Freddy's, I don't know. I feel like I need to watch the sequels because I feel like Freddy's one, I appreciate that he got funnier. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. The first one's more of a straight horror, but they really bounced off the rails after that one.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what I've heard.
No, like I like it. He's gotten better. He's a bigger icon than just the movie. And I think they show that in one of the movies, pretty much. I think that's the whole gist of it, is that he's like an entity or some shit. I don't know. But like, tons of iconic scenes, popping through the fucking wall. The girl getting dragged all over the bedroom walls. Kid getting killed in the jail cell. Just so many. I love it. I've got songs on my Halloween album inspired by it in a different way, I guess, but still inspired by it. But
yeah,
Nightmare's one that's always gonna stick with me.
I definitely like watching it. Yesterday we were talking about Killer Clowns and how it still holds up as a watchable movie these days. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like the special effects in Nightmare on Elm Street like still hold up very well.
I mean,
like there's some shit that I feel like
Not when they pull a blow-up doll through the window at the end.
No, that. All right. Hey, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. But, you know, I turn a blind eye to that because that's definitely the one that stuck out to me the first time I saw it. I think that's like, I caught the very end of it on TV once, like before I ever actually watched it. I'm like, no. I'm like, that shit's fucking so stupid. No way. But there's like, there are a lot of effects that do hold up, like the girl getting dragged all around the room and stuff, and like Johnny Depp getting swallowed by the bed and shit. Yeah, it's got a lot of pretty dope kills. It's a cool concept too. Like, you know, it is scary. It's, you know, it's enough to, like, you know, make a kid afraid, even an adult afraid to go to sleep. You know, so like it's like, fuck, what if that happened? You know, like what if that happened? Like, and I just had to stay awake all the time. You know, wouldn't be a fan, dude. Would not be a fan.
I don't know. I didn't think the remake that they did was too bad of it. I know a lot of people hated because it wasn't Robert Englund, but they try to make it horror. I wouldn't hype on them making him a lot more of a chomo, but you know, that was him.
Yeah.
That was Freddy, so fuck it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, he could have just killed kids instead of like wanting to doodle them, is what it kind of implied there, but
yeah. Yeah, no, I never had a problem with Robert Englund not being in it. You know what I mean? Like, because I liked the actor they got for it. Jackie Earle Haley played what's his name, Rorschach in Watchmen, and he's been in a few other things. But he played, you know, a dude that was into kids in another movie too. I'm like, okay, man, I think you need to like stop before you start getting typecast and people see you a certain type of way in real life, unless you're trying to tell us something, in which case I think I'm gonna have to stop watching Jackie Earle Haley movies. But otherwise, I was like, I was down for him as Freddy Kreuger, but from what I remember, it's also been a long time since I saw that one, and I remember not being super into it. That's where Jason gets my vote. Jason gets my vote on his remake. I felt like the Friday the 13th remake in 2009 was not too bad.
I just thought it was the same thing, just with new kids.
Yeah, it was one of the first ones I saw though, so that's why it was still like enjoyable for me. I feel like if I had watched it at the end of like seeing all of them, I'd be like, yeah, same Jason, different day. Well, actually, I guess it's the same day. Same day, same shit. It's always Friday the 13th, and it's always the same shit. You can depend on it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, Freddy Kreuger has also brought us, you know, a lot of... He is a big pop culture icon, for sure. And we have that, what I think is just a god-awful song, Nightmare on My Street. I hate it. I hate that song. Some people love that song. A lot of people love that song. I'm like, dude.
I was alive when it came out.
That one's a little too corny for me. That one, I don't know. I want to like that song.
You weren't alive in the early 90s, so.
Even worse than that is, like, it's one of those songs that I'm going to sit here and I'll talk shit about it, but, like, it's so goddamn catchy that I'll find myself singing it at some point. It'll the Nightmare on My Street.
Oh,
yeah.
It's iconic.
It's an earworm. You'll get in there.
I fuck with it. It's iconic.
I guess, what's your favorite sleigh from the movie?
I mean, from the movie itself, I mean, it's not a sleigh per se, but like my favorite scenes when the girl's in the body bag getting dragged with the blood trail and shit. Yeah, I always enjoyed that. I thought that was always a dope looking scene in this movie. It's like a nice concept.
Yeah, like in the school you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's actually that's some creepy shit for sure.
It's not like it's not like a sleigh for, like, you know.
Right.
Like,
no, I hear what you're saying.
I like those parts of that movie, like that, or you know, when he calls Nancy on the phone and sticks his tongue through the phone at her and stuff. I just always thought like that shit would be creepy to have happen.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a scary dude. He's definitely a scary dude, old Freddy Kreuger. Freddy Kreugs?
He's a fuck. He sure is.
Sure is. Always just stirring up trouble on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Same street, same shit. What are you gonna do? You know? Fucking, I guess he's pretty dependable too. What do you know?
Yeah.
What do you know? Being a big fan of it and everything, what's the score looking like for this one?
9.5 out of 10. There you go. It's up there, but it's not. It's not a 10. It's not a 10.
It's not a 10. You said a 9.5.
9.5. Just because they could have probably done more with it, but like in like they show that in the sequels. Like I feel like with Freddy being more Freddy. We had that iconic sort of Freddy in that first, or maybe 10.
You still there? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it froze. I was like, what? What happened?
What score are you going to give it?
9.5. Word. Okay. I'm going to go with, you know what? I'll say an 8. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Isn't that what I gave Killer Clowns yesterday? Eights across the board so far here in Halloween land. I mean, granted though, like I know I'm gonna like a lot on this list already, so it's not like 25 Slays where we haven't seen a lot of these. There's some coming up that I haven't seen. I think some for you as well that you haven't seen. So you know, we'll see. But I give it an 8 because it's a classic, you know, and rightfully so. It's really good. You know, of course, it's just like all the others that like sometimes they get a little bogged down and tainted by their sequels after a while. But like the original holds up. And actually, I don't feel that way about Friday the 13th. I think the original is the absolute worst of the entire series.
No, the sequel's the best.
Definitely.
Where you first see Jason, that's the best in that. But we'll get in those, I guess, probably at some other time. So
yeah. One of these days. There you have it. Slide 2. Nightmare on Elm Street. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Hopefully you've seen it by now. If not,
sorry.
Get out there.
I guess we didn't say spoilers or nothing like that. You know the drill. ChaseandShep.com. It's all down here. You've been watching. You've been reading this ticker tape this whole time, right? So you already know. You know where to find it. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Slay you later.
Peace.